Hello. It won't be until a few months from now, but we want to recognize her at this event. It's actually completing her second fellowship. She's our first brain injury research fellow. And I'd like to acknowledge Carl Josart for agreeing with my vision to create a brain injury fellow particularly for research. I think we have to prepare for the forthcoming or anticipated brain injury accreditation by the ACGME. In fact, we will find out next week if it's going to come to fruition. Anna completed one fellowship last year with the VA, and this year she completed the research fellowship. I have lost track of her academic productivity. She can tell you how many posters, abstracts, and how many manuscripts and book chapters she has either published, has submitted, or is still writing. Too bad we cannot keep you here, but I told Dr. Hammond in Indiana I want you back after 3 years. So congratulations. Carl, I'd like you to come here. One of the unusual things that we did last year, in addition to having a brain injury fellow for research, is to create the brain injury fellowship in administration.
Honestly, a little bit of everything. When I met Joanna, I was fairly new, going through a hard time, and definitely your friendship has meant a lot to me, and I think we've grown together as people, and you've always been there for me, and I've really cherished that, and just the good and bad that we've been able to enjoy. Our walks at Memorial. There's a lot of things I'm going to miss, but you'll be a phone call away or an email. So I'll see you sometime in Indiana.
I'm going to miss the fun times that I've spent with her, kind of exploring Houston. I'm going to miss, even in the clinical setting, kind of what a hard worker she was, and she always encouraged me to push me to work a little bit harder as well. And I'm really going to miss, I think, just overall her joyous spirit and her adventuresome nature and just what a great person she is.
Oh, okay. So I love Anna, and we really bonded when we went to Las Vegas, and we actually shared a room, and she was with my friends, and we just had so much fun. She's so down to earth. She's so easy to get along with, and she's really, really funny, which I didn't really see that side of her when we were like working, so I'm gonna really miss that. And I think she's such a genuine person.
I think I don't know if there's any one particular memory, but I remember we had a great time over at Lights in the Heights this past December. We kind of were exploring that neighborhood when they were having their light festival right around Christmas, and then afterwards we had like a great dinner at this one place up in the Heights. Yeah, I mean, it was just, I think, it was fun. We learned a lot about each other at that time, and I don't think that I'd known of her as well during residency, so I think that was
great. And one.
Yo admiro muchísimo a Ana porque ella es muy inteligente, es muy entregada, es muy apasionada en todo lo que hace y siempre tiene su esencia, no se pierde nada. Es una persona que sabe lo que quiere y eso es algo digno de admirarse.
Okay.
Follow your heart, live life. I'm not going to give you any professional advice because you've given me all my professional advice. So I would just say be yourself and keep doing what you're doing because it's working out great.
Any words of what?
Advice.
Oh, advice. Ana siempre trata de mantener el balance en tu vida, no solo lo profesional, sino también lo espiritual y lo familiar y la salud, y yo sé que que vas a ser siempre muy exitosa en cada uno de estos aspectos porque tienes un gran corazón.
A spinal cord injury fellow and his initials are BTP. What are the odds of that? Seema, I'm not sure if you and your sister are both graduating or just you, but I haven't seen you guys apart in 3 years. Everybody on three say Seema's sister. 1, 2, 3. Gina, I wish I got to know you better while you were here, but I was very impressed by how much dedication you put into the AAP meeting this year in terms of coordination and events. DeAndrea, I've never had a conversation with you that I didn't end up laughing hysterically, so thank you for that. Anna, I can't believe you're going to stop doing fellowships. I thought you were going to do 4 or 5 more before I finally went and got a job. Richard, I'm so happy for you that you're finally going back to your home of Chicago, and I hope to hear that you ran the Hustle Up the Hancock again someday. So the reason that the attendings are standing with the residents, we're all now supposedly colleagues.
This is most exciting because not because it's an end of the training of our outstanding residents and fellows, but this is going to be the beginning of something really big. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to realize in due time what an outstanding training they've received in the Alliance. I couldn't think of another program where the exposure, the clinical exposure and the teaching is at par with what we have to offer you. During your 3 years, or in the case of some of you, 1 year, you have also enriched the program. So all the changes that we're going to do in the next few years will be based on the feedback and the experience that we had while you were in this program. So enjoy tonight, and we're going to celebrate our graduates.
Next. Dr. White.
I wanted to take a picture with the fellows, but I'm like, is Richard getting food already? I'm like, yeah, I should get food.
I'm pretty hungry.
We're hungry.
Okay, so this is an extremely momentous occasion. It is your 4th graduation in 6 years.
That's right.
Is that right?
That is correct.
So out of all the graduations so far, which one has been the best?
This one.
Why?
Because you guys are here. It's just so amazing.
Okay, so now that you have actually graduated, right? Do you have like any people that you want to thank, or do you know who's been instrumental in this progression of yours up to this point?
I mean, there are so many people I would like to thank. For example, I would like to thank the guy that picks up the garbage, because without him, I would have to walk farther away, and then that would take time off my studies. And then I would like to thank the people that milk the cows and bottle the milk and then bring the milk to CVS so I can buy it next door. I mean, it's just amazing, you know? That way I don't have to go to the ranch and milk the cows.
Anyways, but no,
No, for real, okay.
Yeah.
So, who I would like to thank? My grandpa, because he inspired me to study medicine. My grandma, because she inspired me to be a rehab doctor and also a brain rehab doctor, and some of my mentors for the same reason. My family and my closest friends for supporting me all the time in the long journeys and complaining and feeling like I can't anymore. And then,
So, what message do you have for your parents?
thank you so much for all these years of hard work behind the scenes. You always let me shine on my own, but the truth is that the work is shared. So thank you.
Just real quick, we have two people right here, aspiring doctors that want to make it big. So, what words of
Please don't fall, cameraman.
what words of wisdom do you have for them?
It's very important in life to give back to other people and try to help. And one option to do it is to be a physician. It doesn't have to be that way, but it's an option, and it allows you to be close to people who are suffering and people who sorry, behind the scenes there's some distraction happening right now. Just to be able to help people who are going through tough times and see a little bit of what God does in people's lives and in your life actually also, when you see pain and then you see recovery.
Okay, so this is a very joyous, momentous occasion, and congratulations to you, and hope many, many good things happen.
Thank you so much.